Dear little listeners, hope you are well. Today I am talking about Class 5 Bangladesh and Global Studies subject, Chapter 1, Unit 3, Freedom Fighters. I am reading from text and discussing about it. The entire country was mobilized to fight the war. The entire country was convinced, was arranged, was made ready to fight the war. Every social background and every ethnic group was involved. Every social background means in society there are families, clubs, associations, various people's groups, political parties, etc. And every ethnic group. Ethnic group means those who are minor groups in our country, lives permanently. They are known as ethnic groups such as Garos, Chakmas, Hajongs, Khashis, etc. Every ethnic group was involved. Involved means engaged, took part, entitled. Women helped the freedom fighters with foods, shelter and information. Those who were women in our society, they also helped the freedom fighters with foods, shelter and information. They supplied foods to the freedom fighters. They gave shelter to the freedom fighters and supplied or delivered information. Many women directly took part in the war by taking training. Many women also took training and took part in the war directly. In this chapter, we find some new words whose meanings you should know. Entire. Entire means whole, complete, total. Entire country means whole country, the total people of a country. Mobilized. Mobilized means got ready or prepared to fight. Background means origin, history, circumstances. Every social background means every unit or origin of a society. Family, club, social organization, political parties, etc. Ethnic means racial, race-related subgroup of people. Involve means include, take in, associate, entangle. Information means data, facts, figures, knowledge. Now I read from text. Cultural activists also played their part, raising awareness through writing, art and performances. Cultural activists are singers, writers, artists, poets, etc. They played their part. They played their part according to their intelligence, according to their art, and playing their part, they raised awareness. They raised awareness of people, consciousness of people. Awareness means consciousness. Besides this, other than this, non-residential Bangalees worked in favor of the liberation war in different countries. Other than this, non-residential Bangalees worked in favor of the liberation war in different countries. Now some meanings from this paragraph. Cultural activists means those who perform different cultural functions such as singers, artists, columnists, writers, etc. Played their parts means did their own works to help the liberation war. They played their part means they did their own work to help the liberation war. Non-residential Bengali means those who live in other countries. Now I read from text. In each of the 11 sectors, the guerrilla forces had their instruction. In each of the 11 sectors, the guerrilla forces had their instructions. Action groups carried arms and took part in frontal attack. One group was known as action group. Action groups carried arms. They carried arms to the freedom fighters. At the same time, they took part in frontal attacks. Intelligence groups gathered information about the enemy's movement. Where the enemies exist, where the enemies go, the intelligence group gathered those information and gave to the freedom fighters. Here are some words. Instructions means orders, commands. Frontal attacks means direct attack to the front line. Gathered means collected. Movement means motions. Now I read the last para. Joy Bangla, Banglar Joy was one of the many favorite songs of the country's people. At the time of liberation war, one song was very prominent. Joy Bangla, Banglar Joy. Joy Bangla was the favorite slogan to the freedom fighters. Slogan means some words or phrase which are used to raise people. Those are called slogan to the freedom fighters. Freedom fighters used the slogan Joy Bangla. No more today. Thank you.